Slow pitch over home plate because I've been working at this intersection of AI and organizational competencies for a number of years now. And you're right. I mean, I think McKinsey described this environment as the Russian doll of change. It's just a layer on top of a layer on top of a layer. And if you think of the direct and indirect costs of people in an organization, for any organization, it's the largest expense. 40-60% of expenses are around people. And yet people right now are flailing, and it's just not because of AI. It's COVID, it's working from home, remote workplaces. It's like there's so many things going on. A couple of years ago, we had silent quitting as a thing. It's just, I think
Right.
people are just
Yep.
getting so worn out of all of this change. And AI, I think, is going to become one of those things where, it could end up being something like, the bring your own device, the bring your own AI, which I think isn't going to work. This is an organizational thing. It's a skills-based thing, and it's not just technical skills. I think that many people look at, the typical paradigm, people, process, technology, and it's in an order like that, I believe, as an order of importance. I think most people, though, are looking at AI from the reverse side, which is the technology. And then how do we train people on technology? I think there's a large movement among the international consulting companies. I think they've tripled their revenue in the last couple of years building process around AI. But all of this now is missing the denominator that goes across all of it, which is people. And so how will we work with organizations to help bring people along into this new world? Well, it's about agility, organizational agility. So I think the topic of AI is just the most current, poster board of a larger transition of change that everybody has to work with. And I think it's going to be one of those things where it's going to either tip it over in the wrong direction or pull it into the correct direction. I think to the major part of your question about how is the workforce going to change, for me, I look at it as, I think there will become a transition from role-based organizational structure to skills-based. I think that there will become something where people, so rather than a 4-day work week, I think there will be more agile and adaptable organizational structures that people, rather than hiring and firing, in fact, I just spoke to a woman the other day who was the top seller that consciously moved into a new product line, and they had a riff, and it's like, well, she had the lowest quota of everybody, but she was like the best, and like her skills were such that they could have put her into any of these other roles, but the formulation as to how people make these decisions is wrong. So today, I think HR decisions are going to be changed dramatically from that of being, first in, first out, or, organizational structures. And in fact, I think quite ironically, this large structure of cost of a workforce, being one of the largest structures of cost, is treated the most tactically today. So you hear of organizations laying off 20% of the workforce. I will challenge any CEO to tell me if they've actually understood what they're left with after that. Do they even have the skills necessary to achieve their business objectives? The chances are it's probably not. But I think this orientation around skills, honing skills, hiring for skills, and adaptable workforces that can move with these market changes, and I think also keep the people happier in the short term and the long term, the employees. That's a big meta movement that I just laid out there, but